Hello, world. That's right. You people out there are my world. You're all I got. Ooh, that's very dramatic, isn't it? Now, I'd just like to annoy you one more time, well, probably more than that, about GB News. Now, I've watched some more of it in the UK here, and it's got a lot better, I'd say. And it's probably the best news network in the UK if you just want straight, unbiased news. These people seem to be, well, normal. No virtual signaling, no pushing a narrative. And it's very refreshing to watch. They seem to talk about things that real people want to talk about. I mean, you know, what really matters to the people. But of course they're being attacked by I wonder who. And there's this anti-hate group. And you know when you say anti-hate group, what type of group they must be, right? They're not really anti-hate group. They're just a group that don't want you to talk about certain things. They want to silence you, basically. And they started contacting the sponsors of the GB News. And of course, some of these even big companies took the knee. These CEOs of these companies must be very weak people. But of course this anti-hate group couldn't offer any instances of hate at all, as they never do they? Because there isn't any. And I believe one of the companies that were advertising on that GB News was IKEA, and they stopped advertising, said they can't work with them. This is a company that just makes furniture and things, for Christ's sake. I don't care what your political views are, IKEA. Is your furniture any good? Well, I won't be shopping at IKEA myself anymore. Didn't Gillette try that? Didn't work too well, did it? Think they lost a fair bit of money there. I know I haven't bought any Gillette stuff ever since they run that ad, Toxic Masculinity, and the Gillette CEO person is still standing by that ad, apparently, even though it lost, I think, 8 billion. Boy, I'd want a CEO like that working for my company, wouldn't you? So I took a look at the CEO of Gillette, as you can do with the World Wide Web, and I got a picture up of the guy. It is a guy. I could have think it was a woman, but no, it's a guy. And by the look of him, it's no wonder he was against masculinity. I won't mention his name here, but all you got to do is say CEO of Gillette, and it'll come up and you can have a look. Tell me what you think. Man, I don't know what these great big companies are thinking, really. Because they're making, say, washing machines or whatever. And if I'm buying a washing machine, I don't want the company I'm buying it from to tell me how to think or how to live. And I think Nike was a good example of how they run their company, and we all know what I mean by that. And yet they're trying to virtual signal how great they are and tell me what to think. Anyway, I'll put a link down below to GB News, how they sort of talk about this, losing these big sponsors. Well, they're not sponsors, they're just running ads on GB News. They've got to make money somehow, I guess. Anyway, I wish all the success of GB News in the UK. And I believe there's a news station in America, One America News I believe it is, that is also an unbiased news station. And you people out there can let me know if there's any others around that are any good and unbiased. And of course there's Sky News Australia. And there's me. I'm unbiased, aren't I? At least I think I am. I'm working with two old fellas, you know, I'm an old fella too, and I've just mentioned a few things here and there, and they've both been married for about 20, 30 years. And they both believe I hate femons. And I think it's because I don't put them up on a pedestal and think they're a goddess, and treat them as an equal human being with faults, plenty of faults. But it's hard to explain anything to a man that's been brainwashed for 20 to 30 years. But they seem like nice guys anyway. But it does seem a shame to me that these men I know will never ever see the light. They will think the way they're thinking now until they die. But it's kind of funny talking to them, because I say to them, you know, the weekend's coming up, and I say, so what has the wife got planned for you this weekend? And they tell me, oh, adamantly it's not like that. And then proceeds to tell me they're going to the garden centre together, him and his wife, as you would do. Then they're going to do a bit of shopping downtown, as you would do, of course. But he is going to have some beer in the evening, so you see his wife is kind of rewarding him for being a good Labrador. A lot of femons use beer as a lever, don't they? Anyway, that was just a side point. Don't forget, GB News UK. The revolution has begun.
Captain, IKEA is starting to sell pink furniture.
I knew it. All right, get the squad ready. We're moving in.
Right away, sir.